That sucks ass. Don't lick my feet. I know you like this stuff. It's not good for you. I don't like licking feet anyway, so don't lick my feet. It smells good, right? Jesus. Don't step on the screen. For some reason, like a magnet. Don't step on that. Always mess it up when you do that, Bubba. You don't like this. It's not good for you. Gotta let it steep for a few more minutes. Gotta leave a little thing open. No, it's too hot. It's boiling hot. It's too hot, man. It's too hot. That's you on the plants, dude. Let's get ready to this. What's up, Papa? What's up, Papa? What's up? Stop stepping on my screen, man. Jeez. Dude. You're not even looking. It's like a magnet. It's the energy from this thing. The EMF. What's going on, y'all? Grand rising. Grand elevations, hopefully. All right, so as you see the thumbnail, Jesus Christ. I like the background music. I'm just all about the music. You see the background. You know, let me say something. I mean, I don't like talking about politics and the media because they're all disingenuous. There's an agenda and there's an order to the agenda. What boggles my mind, this is the only reason why I'm going to talk about this a little bit, is that I get notifications on Instagram. I go over there. I'm a content creator over there now. Yet I see people still so self-centered on nonsense. We still have the same individuals. My family. I'm an Indian. 1,000 different Indian tribes. I mean, like me, Chickasaw of the Chata, my father's side. Now, I've let y'all know I've got Chinese cousins, Spanish in the family, blah, blah, blah. Well, who doesn't? If y'all know real world history. A little Irish. Yeah, there's a Dutch. It's all there. But it's not who makes you, regardless of who marries into the family. But this is what I see. I see this. And on my mom's side is Anayuia. I've never said Cherokee until I talked to Darian Two Bear Rod. Teliano Costa Yokore. Passed away a year ago. And he was surprised that I even knew the word. And he was like, I was like, oh, what do you mean? He says, that word was forbidden word. I was like, yeah, I know, my great grandma told me. And whenever I said the word, and as inappropriate as I said, I always got smacked upside the head or kicked in the arse. Seriously, I did. And I remember one time breakdancing, I was going to name the group. We ended up becoming Twin City Breakdancers at the roller skating rink. That later on became a farmer's market or whatever crap. I was going to call it the TRU Breakers. Grandma wasn't having it. Uncle Charlie, Dynamite Charlie Wright was like, boy, if you don't leave that word alone. The TRU Breakers. That was 1982 or 81, 82. But then we settled on Twin City Breakers. I think I was like 17, 16, I don't know, 16, 17. Anywho, regardless of all that. So I see people putting up all this stuff. And yes, and my sister found it, and I says, yes, we have Gula in our family. There's Geechee and there's Gula. There's two different individuals. People say Gula Geechee. I'm like, no, stop. That's some people who don't know no better. We got Gula in our family from the Gula the river. And then there's Geechee. And there's Geechee's more like the other side of my family in the Mississippi, and on Louisiana and all around there. The Gula is part of mine from the Carolinas. See, it's one thing to know your family. It's nothing to always be talking about it like 7 years. So, with that being said, I was like, you know what? That's another form of disingenuity. Disingenuity. I can't even get the words out, y'all. This is what happens. Watch, if you start really studying languages, Rosetta Stone, whatever, you're going to be fumbling with words that are very, very simple. It just happens because other words are there for that word until you get used to it. But it's just disingenuous, okay? And it's always that. And I know some of y'all are going to run to the protection because you do the same thing. You're like-minded, therefore like-spirited. Does it mean that it's wrong or right? It just means it's futile. It's not accomplishing anything. So, what I see with the politics in the shooter, her name being, I don't want to mess anything up. All right, Audrey Elizabeth Hell, 28 years old, supposedly transitioning to become a boy. So this is what they say. I'm not here to embark on talking about LGB, LBCD, elemental Ps. I'm not here to do that. Ronald, what's cracking, man? So you blocking everybody else from coming in, bro? What's going on, family? And the thing about it is, they put the video of the shooting out the very next day. Unheard of. Unheard of. Listen to me. Unheard of. I think they turned the notifications off once they saw the picture. Oh no, we're not gonna hit. No, because you know that Facebook, Snopes was. This was Snoops was fact checkers. You know that Hillary Clinton's cousin who worked for CNN became a fact checker, and then they have all these foreigners, these Hindus and all these other individuals, all foreigners, dummies, actually, what they are, were censoring people's conversations about certain political things. Fact checking when there's nothing wrong. It's not even about right. It's about conversation, what we do on this soil, what we do on Earth. These dumb, young, arduous fools, these indoctrinated, well-grafted in, I don't care if they were groomed to be a Masonic and a sociopath. It's not going to work out good for any of them. It doesn't matter what anybody says. So anyway, so they put the picture of the two cops who did the shooting. Okay? Let me see if I can, oh, you know what? It might be right there. All right? Because I'm looking at Reuters. Okay? And listen to the words. Mass shooting. That's called serial murder. It's not a mass shooting. This is all to attack the gun. It's not the fucking weapon. And it was a Kel-Tec 9 2000. The AR-15 was slung over her shoulder. She didn't even use that. And had a handgun. MP, shield. 9mm. Like, get for real. Wearing Vans. And Cammy Pans. This is what it said about this individual. On March 27, 2023, a mass shooting occurred. Words, people, pay attention to words. This is how they get the indoctrinated. It wasn't a mass shooting, it was a murder. That's all it was. Outright suicidal. What's the reason behind it? At the Covenant School, a parochial school in the Green Hills neighborhood of Nashville, Tennessee. Like, we haven't had enough of our own people murdered. Like, all of a sudden it matters, so they use the platform. This is what they use, because you remember they took guns from our people in the liberal states, and they were lynched and murdered. And they're not taking our guns no more on our fucking soil. Not one of them. I don't give a fuck how many they're willing to sacrifice. Anyway, and how many Karens run around? They can get it first. I don't advocate violence, but we're not playing. We're not violent people. Neighborhood of Nashville, Tennessee, United States. United States is not even fucking America. Anybody who's got common sense would write to these dumbasses in the witch call and say, so what about the United States? That has nothing to do with America. But people are dumb. 6 people, 3 children, and 3 staff members were killed. You know, it's amazing that in this thing, it says the school shooter had emotional disorder and small arsenal. AR-15, a Kel-Tec 9 2000, and fucking M&P Shield is not a fucking arsenal. Me walking around with a vest with 12 throwing knives that I don't care which way I throw them, they're going to stick. They're going to hit. I've got one. Done Kung Fu damn near all my life. And some of the best shuriken stars. I only need 5 with all those daggers. And 2 hand fighting knives that slap out to like Kali Filipino fighting sticks. They don't go in unless I push them in very hard. So when they come out, there's a button, you bring them in. When they come out, these things about that long, and you better believe if you're on me, you getting cut. I don't care what you know, who you know, what you think you know, and I'm going to go to town on you with these things. That's an arsenal. And that has no TNT, no gunpowder, no black powder. That right there, with that and wearing a machete and my concealed belt saber, that when it comes out, pow, it's a take your head clean off. That's an arsenal. Kel-Tec 9. These people use words. And they rile these dumb people who are uneducated, unethical, and have no moral subjugation, which you don't believe so. They have these individuals all wound on this. But then you got to remember this too. You need to look at a lot of these faces and see beyond the script. A lot of these people weren't even born on this soil. Moms, what's that movement? Moms Against Guns or whatever. That majority of them weren't even born here. See, nobody's paying attention to that. I was grateful to watch this guy. What's that guy's got a good big podcast, and he was actually talking about some people who belong to that group. They're not even born here. They speak perfect English. You can go around the world. There's people that speak perfect this broken ass, this curse of a language that has our words, and some of everybody else is all up in it. And some of them are from Sweden, Denmark, Germany, but who? Ashkenazis playing different roles. I don't want to get into the melanated. They've got enough dumb melanated that'll follow anything. So it don't matter if they're from here, Africa, whatever. But they are, if you look at them, you can tell that some of them are from over there. All right. And amazing thing is that people fall for this gambit. They fall for this game. So Nashville, Tennessee, March 28th, Reuters states, the former student of a Christian grade school in Nashville killed three 9-year-olds and 3 adults in a shooting spree. There was under a doctored shooting spree there, and they can't even write. This is Reuters. They can't even write. This is sad. I want to get the story out so fast. But anyway, it says, shooting spree, there was under a doctor's care. That's just sad, whoever wrote this article. Let me see if I can find the person's name that wrote this article. I want to read some more of it. I just want y'all to hear this, man. That's embarrassing. Well, anyway, Austin Anthony. Reuters. Austin Anthony, you need to learn how to write. Go back to school. I guess they're hiring anybody. Maybe you're an agent and you just don't know no better and they don't care. Anyway, who killed, I'm not going to say all that again, an emotional disorder and had amassed a collection of guns. The city's police chief said on Tuesday, just another MK Ultra idiot. Somebody they can use at any time to win them anything. And the new details about selling Audrey Elizabeth Hell, 28, emerged hours after police released harrowing video. Hours after they released it the very next day, showing officers storming the Covenant School in the midst of Monday's rampage, conducting a room-to-room search before confronting and fatally shooting Hell. Now, I want to pull this up, okay? And it should have it here. I've got it on my phone. Here they go. I want you to take a good look at this, and I want you to look beyond. I'm going to pull them up. These individuals. And I want to see if you notice something. You don't have to be loud on here, okay? So, one individual shot her with two or three bursts from a 5.56. I believe shooting 223. They're both the same. One's conical, one's not. Now, she's down on the ground, and I saw the picture uncensored, laying there like this, moving in pain. This one did that. This one goes over, and they look like Jesuits. They look like Mossad, MI6 or something like that. Or there's a whole bunch of them out there, operators. And you see, a lot of y'all think operators look like, no. You ought to meet a couple of my friends when I stood to join the French Royal Legion, who are back in America, who are good friends of mine, who went to legions and fought in many conflicts. Skinny, looked like they couldn't hurt a fly. So that one right there, while she's laying on the ground, dumps 3 bullets in her head and her body, or torso. While she's laying on the ground like this, that is to silence Jack Ruby, Oswald being a CIA, whether it was an act or not. Do you get where I'm coming from? For the greater good. And some of these people are willing to be sacrifices, especially if they're jacked up. You know what's amazing? All these shooters, they never do a blood. You never hear nothing about the autopsy. They never do a blood work to see what was this individual on. And there's no one to talk to. Does a person get into a situation, realize that they can't get out, and believe that they can shoot their way out, or they're going to take people with them? What is really going on? They look like the common fucking Jesuits. They're not heroes. And the first thing they put up with these bastards, heroes. But what that does is mask over the recent shootings of melanated men who are innocent. See, that's where I'm going. They put these hybrids up in a costume as if they're supposed to be respected. But I can't respect the costume no more because I can't respect the individuals hiding behind them. Infiltration is real, and it's all in your face. So here we have this little young lady dead because of the hypocrisy of the fake-ass education system, the fake-ass government, all right, this so-called military complex with these sorry-ass pathetic generals who know some things you don't. I'm privy to. And y'all choose to ignore it. I'm just going to keep reading. I don't want to get into the politics of this shit, but I'm pointing out this stuff, I'm pointing out things that you need to pay attention to and not get caught up into it. But the disingenuity of it all, is real. It is real. I've never seen a video come out that fast. Dude, it's like a week, months. So the next day they put the video out. Why? And then what they do? Right when they were getting ready to talk about the ATF's ruling on pistol braces, right? Now all of a sudden, let's pay attention to all these traitorous bastards in political positions. The CIA and all the other sorts who they converse with, whether it be the black box or whoever, this is what's going to happen, this is how you're going to react, and this is how we're going to come. No. When it says should not be infringed, it doesn't matter what they do. These foreigners born on our soil in all these positions. And see, our people are so lazy, man. Y'all ain't have to put a voice. Y'all let somebody who calls himself an African, called Colin Noir, with all respect to what he does, speak. Because he's an esquire. An attorney? For those of you who don't know, that don't mean shit. Stuff, excuse me. He believes that because that was manifested him to have the fiat to be able to do and buy the things that he does. And being once a liberal, now being conservative, to be able to be on that platform, but not, is he being quiet or is he another part of the ruse? I question everything. See, what matters to me is my authoctonus brothers and sisters, my aborigines. Malcolm said it when he came back, when he had his little group together. He told everybody, look, you and I are aborigines. But you don't want to be called aborigine. And he laughed. He laughed because it was funny. When he realized how intrusive everything was. The misleading and the misrepresentation of who we are. And all the death and everything else our people have faced from these bastions. We could have easily stopped it. And they knew that. That's why they must keep fear. And no, imagine if all of us would have stuck up and our aunts and uncles wouldn't have been the pussies they are, and they would have fought. We wouldn't be in this position right now. Every time a peckerwood kills a brother and the millions decide to swoop down armed and say, nah, we ain't even playing that. It's going to stop today. And go up to the police station and says, we'll burn this bitch down if we have to come back again. You can bring SWAT, the National Guard, then we'll fight in the streets. That's what change would have brought. Armed deacons would have changed it. If it wasn't for a couple of federal, goofy-ass, dumb, melanated niggas who spoke up, who wish they had not done what they done, betraying them. But we got the same goofies now. There's no win for you. Doesn't matter if you're watching the video, you're laughing, ha-ha, playing a role. There's no win. None whatsoever. Both of them look like they're from Norway or Sweden, Denmark or something. You know, I told y'all about that one cat. I was in Florida and this Chinese cat came up and talked and said something. He couldn't even speak a lick of English. I said, you a police officer? I said this to him. I was on the side looking at everything. And how the hell is you a cop? And he looked at me. And I said, bro, you don't even want to get this 1,000-yard stare. Don't even do it, bro. I'll twist you out of frame. I said it just like that to him. Another costume character says, excuse me, I said what I said. On my ancestral soil, and I will repeat it if you need to hear it again. Are you threatening me? Are you moving towards me to make threatening gestures? Because I was going to take his ass out. No, and they could tell. He was lucky. I didn't give a damn what his background, where he'd been, what he'd been at 12 tours. Didn't matter to me. Because I was paying attention to what was going on, and I realized somebody who couldn't even speak English. Besides a couple of them dudes working around with turbans on their freaking heads. I don't care about you be born here. I don't care about your religions either. I know it's a perversion on my soil. And I don't care about how you feel. It's utter disdain and perversion because I know who it leads to. And what and them. So, it wasn't even the gun. It was the individual. My thing is I wanted to go and read where she got him. And she's 28 years old. And it's funny how they want to show this is the part that should get you. Let me pull a picture up of the guns. I got you. I want you to see if y'all see what I saw. They always got to do this. After they assassinated, they murdered her. Well, yeah, she murdered some kids, whatever. But they made sure that she would not be alive. They made sure of it. And that's what they do. If you ever read the CIA's handbook on the MI6, on the Mossad's tactical, it's not a handbook that I remember from Mossad, but tactical, how they deal with certain things that are within their box. Well, they totally eliminate it, even if it works for them. Okay, here. I want to see if you notice this, okay? You can't make this up, man. But they are making it up as they go, dude. They are literally making this up as they go. All right. Okay. Unbelievable. The things they do. All right. MP5 Shield, Caltech 92000, and the AR-15 with a stabilizer brace. Never shot. Anyway, I want y'all to pull the pictures up, and I want you to see all these little designs on the guns. Like, what is the purpose of showing that? Do you see what I'm saying? Is that for a second, a third, or fourth, or fifth story if the first one don't stick? The fact that she was mentally ill and probably on hormones. If you look at some of the pictures I got of her, him, her, that's what it is, a her. All right, transitioning to become a boy. But the story behind the manifesto. Check out the manifesto. Listen to this. Okay. Oh, well, here we go. Somebody's got to speak about the manifesto. Okay, let me pull up. See if I can pull up a good one. The seller was described as a former student at the school who was heavily armed. That's not heavily armed. And prepared for a confrontation with law enforcement. Heavily armed means you got RPGs, you got grenades, you got fragment grenades, you got all that. You got a silencer, you got smoke bombs, or it doesn't matter. They're easy to make. You've got strobe lights to disorientate. Heavily armed doesn't mean a sidearm and bullets. That don't mean nothing. You got to remember that most of the kids out here shooting each other with AR platforms don't have a brace on at all. It's just the AR with just the buffer tube. That's it. The majority of the ones I looked at, and that small percentage of the ones that are being used, they want to take your guns because it fulfills the agenda. That way, these foreigners who are fighting age coming into the land will be let in by these Republicans and these Lib Democrats and all the blind idiots that follow them. They want, and they're going to arm them. What do you think the CIA was buying all this ammo for? You think they were going to use that for a great shootout? They were making sure to have ammo for these idiots who get across, they pick them up, ice, and then they let them go. Where do you think they end up? They come here with nothing and they're all just living just fine? Eating 3 squares a day? Taking showers? Mixing amongst the people? Who do you think is allowing that and performing that duty? Like, why are people so dumb? So anyway, an attacker who fatally shot 3 children and 3 staff members at a Nashville Hickman Energy school on Monday was identified as a former student at the school, and the police said appeared to have written a manifesto about the attack and drawn maps of the campus. If that don't sound like some secret organization, right? I ain't saying CIA and all that shit, all right? Because I actually know a couple people who are very decent people who work for them. I have to tell the truth. I do. I know a couple of individuals who work for the CIA. They're good motherfuckers, all right? Young and a little older. Anyway, the shooter, identified as Audrey Hell, was killed by police officers who responded to the shooting at the Covenant School, a small private Christian school that is attached to a church and serves children from preschool through 6th grade. The National Police Chief, Jah Brickz, said the police had found maps of the school that were drawn in detail. She looked like she was confused walking in to me, and it looked pretty damn clean. Seriously. Anyway, in detail, and which noted the location of school surveillance cameras. She walked in front of every one of them. Entry points and other features. He said the police were in touch with the shooter's father, and that it was not immediately clear when the assailant had attended the school. The attacker entered the school by shooting through one of the doors. The authorities say they show you that clear as day. So obviously cameras wasn't the issue, because there is a way to get in there without. Yeah, anyway. Said, and was armed with 3 guns, including an AR-style rifle, an AR-style pistol, and a handgun. AR-style pistol. The Caltech 92000 is not AR. Fucking these damn, they're so stupid. And the AR-15 is an Armalite. The M16 was built for civilians in the first damn place. Are y'all aware of that? It wasn't built for the army and the military. The guy just wanted to get rich who invented it. It was made for us. Let's be clear on that. Anyway, at least 2 were purchased legally in the Nashville area, the police said. The selling was prepared for a confrontation with law enforcement and prepared to do more harm before being killed, Mr. Drake said. There was confusion. Oh, they just knew all this. This is the time cops. There was confusion about the gender identity of the selling in the immediate aftermath of the attack. Officials used she and her to refer to the shooter, and she, Drake, said that the selling identified as transgender. Christian Mumford, a police spokeswoman, said that the shooter had been, well, that makes me think of that mug sucker up there in Alaska, at the gas station with the axe. They hit the guy in the face and then the woman in the head. That goof tart that probably been in California, probably hired that goofy. Anyway, shooter had been born female but listed male pronouns on a LinkedIn profile, which suggested that the suspect was a transgender man. That profile had been active in recent months, with the user reacting to 2 posts about other people's career updates. In response to a reporter's question about whether the attacker's gender identity was connected to the shooting, Chief Drake said, "We're investigating all the leads." Yeah, like they say, we investigate ourselves. Full of another 33rd right there. An idiot, a puppet. Anyway, the attacker was an illustrator and graphic designer who had studied at the Nazi College of Art and Design, according to a former teacher in an online portfolio. She just always was a kind of quiet girl, but was very serious about her work, says Steve Lasore. For somebody French, here we go. An instructor at the school who had taught the attacker in the design composition of 2000. We don't care about that. It's about the manifesto, you idiot. All right. Anyway, the online portfolio included illustrations related to business around Nashville, including logos and splashy advertisements for a restaurant, toy store, and a video company beginning last May. The shooter worked as a shopper for a grocery delivery company, according to LinkedIn. Okay. That has nothing to do with a manifesto. You see what I'm saying? Now I'm going to pull up another one. It says manifestos. Oh, Nashville reportedly plans to release the shooter's manifesto, or parts of it. They better write a good one. A manifesto. As an artist, I can tell you, I would never write a manifesto. You better believe I would tweak everything out in fine detail. And they keep putting manifesto. This is with Washington Post now. No, I don't want to sign in nothing, stupid. Nashville school shooter who killed 6 was heavily armed. Left manifesto. Okay, so Elizabeth Held, 28, 200 students. And this is the funny thing about it all. Manifesto on maps. They don't say it's not, they put out the shooting, the murder of this bastard. But they don't want to put out the manifesto. Are y'all paying attention when I'm saying that? The game is real. And you got people in costume who have been selected. It is well known, like President Mountain Police says, man, they don't look for the people with the highest IQ or the smartest or the brightest or the best. They want the motherfucking underachiever. They want the person with that parlay, not as close, high IQ. I remember going to college with a couple of cats who were going to police officers, and they knew they was a shoo-in. I remember after this 6 months, and I remember seeing them a year later, and they were on the streets patrolling. A year and a half later, patrolling. I said, are you kidding me? I'll be at the gun range all the time. I don't hear about the police indoor gun range. I knew Mayor Robert Romano. No, I don't want to hear that nonsense. Something is very wrong, and nobody's paying attention to it. Now, I'm not sitting there saying delve into it and be all part of the psyops of it. I am saying something is not right. All right? I just wanted to say that. I'm going to sign off. I'm going to come back a little later, and we're going to get some reading in. I got to go to the post office. I got a notification. Something's there. Unless FedEx brings it to my door, but it has a P.O. box, so it should be over there. Other than that, man, just something to look at. But the thing is, I want y'all to look at it as far as how they're always ignoring us. That's why I say they're not worth the sweat off my testicles. They're not. Somebody say, but you train. Oh, shut up. Stop being stupid. There's a difference with dealing with those who you see can be righteous compared to those who are dark you have nothing to do with. So to be able to identify and get your minds right and out the gutter so much and stop giving negative things energy, which a lot of you do. Some of you swear you're just perfect, right? But then you will never allocate that or say it. But at looking at things, you don't know how to transpose yourself and then pay attention to certain things and say, you know what? This is to the outside world of those people dumbed down. But what part does it play on our behalf? The thing is, we're the righteous, we're the last of light. And if you don't get that, I'm not going to explain it no further. We are the last of light. The ball is in your court whether you accept it or not. And if you want to keep running around acting stupid and foolish and ignoring what is imminent, then you are the problem. Yeah, you ain't got to like a damn thing. You can watch. I don't really care about y'all. I keep telling y'all, come over here looking for something to make you feel good. I'm not here to make you feel good. I'm here to talk about the crap, the bull crap that's going on, the wrong crap that's happening, and why so many of y'all so damn dumb. And I mean in a way that is prolific. I'm talking about a serious case of the stoops. Now, I know the system likes to have that. I don't care if you're an agent. You're just as dumb, if not dumber. That's directed right at you. I don't care if you learn how to fly something nobody else knows about. You are dumb. You are a puppet. You are, no, worse than that. You are a puppy. And not even a well-trained killer of a puppy. You're just a mutt. Looking. Here he is, guys. Is he going to give us any tea? I'm not going to give you nothing. I'm going to enjoy some tea. Because I know you're looking, you idiots. But to the rest of my family, I appreciate y'all paying attention. I'm going to go ahead and sign off and give y'all a shout out. The rest of the fucktards, they can go about their way. Rondo, what's going on, beloved? Mikey Hill, what's cracking? Lloyd, what's cracking, brother? You already know it, beloved. So what's going on, baby girl? All right. She looked like she was wandering around, not used to the location. Exactly. Legally Armed, he's a pretty good dude. I like watching him. You know, Legally Armed, I like watching him. He's pretty good. I watch Guns and Gadgets too, but none of them is going to hit on it. I follow Colin Noir. I like what he's been doing. You know what I'm saying? Excellent voice. But the thing is, I don't like getting real political in this crap. I'm worried about my people on our soil, the soil that we belong fucking to, and the fact that the bastards who are hiding information, it's like Black Rambo. I love the brother. We've chatted a number of times. But they're going to get black tattooed on your back. That's I know it's an identity, but the young brother really, the young brother really don't know what he's doing. Doesn't know what he's giving energy to and power to. A lot of brothers and sisters out here don't know what they're giving energy and power to. They really don't. And a lot of them come and watch my videos. I actually did look on my witch card and I was surprised to see some of the people that looked at them like, wow. But people are going to believe what they believe, I like Mark Chopper. I like Zoe Chopper. Me and him chat every once in a while. I respect the family thing and everything they're doing. I have respect for those who are living what they say they're going to live. I don't have respect for those who know some information, but choose not to do better, and what it does to our children, and what it does to our relations with ourselves and each other, and the part that it plays, the destruction. So yeah, regardless of who I may converse with or talk to or know, doesn't mean that they get everything. They get all my all. They get who I am. That's all. They're going to get the honesty and they're going to get the truth. And I know that they come and they watch. Everybody wants to hear something to uplift their religious ideology. Somebody wants to something that's not negative or goes against how they feel. See, these people project their so-called impressions on people. I'm not here to do that. I'm not here to tell you not to believe in something or to believe in something. I'm here to tell you to look beyond the horizon of the institution of lies. And whatever you find may benefit others. And then I throw things out there and I give little bits of tea. I can't put everything out there because it's not meant for everything's not meant for everyone. Some people are so emotionally disturbed and they are what they eat, that they do things and they expect everybody to accept who they are, but they can't accept the truth around them. And they want to make a fantasy out of something that never existed and turn people. These people always want to make people into something that makes them comfortable. I'm not here to make you fucking comfortable. You're supposed to be comfortable already. And if you're uncomfortable, then it's something you need to work on. And that's the case. with a lot of people. And it's sad. So, distraction. Another distraction, but what is it hiding? And do y'all know about the other shootings? The innocent brother, the couple of brothers that was killed? One cop being held for murder? You don't hear that. They're not going to talk about that. Why is quality immunity still there? Why is it even a vice? That's not how it's supposed to work. Because the system knows what it's doing, and it works for the darkness. This is not. Anyway, let me go ahead and do what I got to do, and I'll be back in a little while. Go ahead and get this read on and everything. Love y'all. Appreciate everybody that comes in, my beautiful sisters and my brothers. Everybody else, you know, they're just a waste of time. The focus is not them, but I have to speak to them. I have to say it because I know that it's no good. I'm not here to bring anybody around. I'm not here to make people go, oh, I'm circling the wagon. I'm starting to feel it. I'm starting to see. I'm not here for that. I don't care about them. And I know some people have a hard time really dealing with that. I don't care about them. Not in one way at all. Not in no shape, form whatsoever. I literally don't. See y'all in a little bit.